to all of my curvy fashion forward dolls and my fashion forward dudes. How y'all doing? Welcome to another Coco's Couture Closet, home of all the trendy tips for plus size hips. I am Coco, and
this is my closet, 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 this is my closet.
If you are new here, hello loves. I am so happy you decided to stop by. Please stick around, like, comment, and subscribe, and become one of Coco's curvy fashion forward dolls or dudes. And if you are already a subscriber, mwah. Hi guys, it's great to be back here with you in the Couture Closet. Now, whether you are a new subby or an old subby, hit that bell below, guys. Pound it so that when I upload a new video,
you can be the first to know, so you can be the first to watch. Yes, honey, yes.
So I need y'all to look, come close, because I got a secret. But I'm not going to tell y'all if y'all more focused on this blonde wig than y'all are on my secret. So come close. In this video, I'm giving away all my tips for starting your own Poshmark. That's right, I have been getting numerous DMs and messages to my Facebook page asking me different questions about my Poshmark, and I am here to give you all the tips and tricks on not only being a good Poshmark sales rep, but having a banging Poshmark store, but also becoming a what? Poshmark brand ambassador. If you guys did not know, as of November 2019, your girl Coco is officially a Poshmark brand ambassador. So I'm going to explain to you guys kind of what that is a little further in the video, but let's dive right in. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you guys follow me on the ground. Dr. Coco _ Curves, you already know what it is. And also make sure you guys head on over and do some shopping in my Poshmark. Yes, I am Coco's Closet 88 on Poshmark. If you are not already a Posher, I'm going to leave my link below, my affiliate link, so that you can support your girl, you know, and shop my store. But also, so Poshmark, they keep track of how many people you bring over, you know, to see you or to do some selling on their own. And by the end of this video, you're going to think you're a pro and you're going to be ready to start your own Poshmark. So when you do, make sure you use my link to start up your platform. Let's get into it. So I got my trusty notebook. Y'all know when it comes to trying to remember everything, I want to make sure that I have my notebook on hand so that I can hit every single point. So a little background about me becoming a Posher. I became a Posher April of 2017. Now, if you've been following Coco's Couture Closet for a while, you'll know that that's also around the time that I originally launched my my Wix website, because at first I thought I wanted to blog about fashion and not do videos about fashion. So I was doing articles and stories about different things that I had experienced being plus size, and also putting up coupons and all kind of stuff on shopping plus size, alerting people to plus size. People would send me different topics and I would, you know, write articles about them on my platform, which my Wix is still up. If you guys want it, I definitely will provide it so you guys can see some of my early work. But I was also selling on Wix, and one thing that is, when you have your own store, whether it's a storefront or online, you have to be able to generate clientele. And I was struggling a bit to generate clientele on my own website, just trying to figure out where to network outside of my networking platforms. So then I heard about Poshmark, and the good thing about Poshmark is that they put all of the networking in one centralized location, so you don't have to go out and pass your business card out to everybody everywhere, even though that's still a good thing to do. And that's actually one of my tips. But it's right there. All you have to do is connect with them, is follow them, is share their pictures, and they'll share yours back. So we put all of that shipping and everything all under one roof and made it easily accessible versus trying to figure it out on my own. That's why I started a Poshmark. Also because I have a lot of clothes that if I'm photographed in it, not so much like everyday work outfits and stuff like that, or like jogging pants and stuff like that, little throw on pieces. But if I'm photographed in a certain dress or in a certain pantsuit, I won't ever wear it again. Just because that's something, like being somebody who's really into clothes and fashion, I remix staple pieces. But if it's not a staple piece, I'm not gonna keep it, because 9 times out of 10, I'm not gonna wear it again. So I figured Poshmark would be the perfect place to sell gently used, only worn once dresses, suits, tops, and everything. So that's why I started Poshmark, and that's exactly what Poshmark started off as. It started off as a platform to be able to sell high-end merchandise that's gently used at a fraction of the cost that it is online at these retailers. But what ended up happening is that Poshmark grew, and as Poshmark grew, people wanted to do more than just sell designer luxury items. They wanted to sell gently used clothing, or baby clothing, or hair products, or never use makeup, or gently used makeup, because people do sell gently used makeup on there. I've bought makeup, but it's always been new. But people do sell gently used makeup on there. They also sell home goods, and so there are different categories that you can sell under. So as Poshmark grew, more people wanted to sell more things, and so now it's just a selling platform altogether. It doesn't require any background screenings or anything like that. All you literally have to do is start a Poshmark using someone's link or downloading the app yourself. If someone told you about it, though, why not use that person's link? But start your Poshmark. You have, what they're gonna do is let you create a quick profile, that when people come to your profile, it reads a little tag about your store, but it also refers you to different people who sell the type of stuff you like too, because once you're a seller, it automatically allows you to be a buyer. So, but you can go on there and not be a seller and just be a buyer. But you can't go on there and be a seller and not be a buyer. You can not buy stuff, but it automatically gives you access to buying and selling under, at the same time, under one name. So you'll create a little profile. You'll have a picture, just like your social media, and that's what people will see when they look at you. You'll have a name that people will look up when they look for you, but you'll also have like a little tag. So my actual name is Coco's Closet 88. But my tag name across the top of my store is Coco the Posh Ambassador. And so before I became an ambassador, it was Coco the Top Shipping 5-Star Posher. So you want to have a name that's eye-catching. You want to have a name that people look up that's short and to the point, but cute. But when it comes to what the tagline is across your page, you want something that's going to identify positive things about your page. And the good thing is that you can change those as you go along. So when I started to get 5-star reviews and, accolades for shipping in one day or sometimes same day, I made that my tag. So when people saw that, they say immediately, oh, okay, she ships fast and she's got 5-star reviews. So that worked out perfect. Another thing that I did with the title is I made it something that, with my name, my @name, made it something that rings a bell in people's minds. So Coco's Closet 88, my YouTube is Coco's Couture Closet, so they all work together. Coco's Couture Closet was just too long to use it as a sub name. So, my first tip is that you don't have to stick to one category. You don't have to stick to one niche. You don't have to stick to one genre of apparel or merchandise, basically, that you're selling online. When I first started, I thought that you only could be in one category, so I did strictly clothing. But as I went further along I learned that you can pretty much upload anything. So now I have electronics on my page. I have baby clothes on my page. I have undergarments on my page. And I have clothes, shoes, and purses on my page. Basically, I have a lot of stuff that either I found for the low and I'm going to sell it at regular price, or they are pieces that have been lying around my house, like clothing that I'm never going to use again. So I have different watches and stuff like that, different purses that I'm never going to carry again, things like that up there, as well as my clothes. Now I have boots, I have new clothes, and I have slightly used clothes. I don't really like to call them used though, because I've only worn them once. So basically like new clothing. So when you upload to Poshmark, you can upload under 3 different types of material. You have your new material, and when you upload and say that it's new, they're going to ask you if it has tags on it. New with tag materials are the top searched. People really want that new for the low. So if you have an item and it has tags on it, keep the tags on there, and definitely note on there that it's new with tags. When I have stuff that's new with tags, I even start the title off NWT, new with tags. So that's the first thing you see, because that's a lot of times the first thing that people will search for. Another thing is that if you're worried about the tag that is new and you got it at a low rate, but you want to upsell it to its original rate, that's perfectly fine. People do it all the time. Just either white out on the tag what the price was, or what I usually do is cut off the par on the tag that has the price on it, because you still have a tag attached to it. It just doesn't have what's on the tag is not what's important. The fact that it's tagged is what's important, and it's tagged at least in size in accordance with what you're selling, and you're selling it as that size. So definitely keep your tags on your materials, and that's the way to keep your tags without being worried about price visibility. The second way you can upload is used. When you upload as used, it's just what it is. You know, it's either new, used, or boutique. Now with used, be very descriptive with all of them, new, used, or boutiques. Be very descriptive, very descriptive in what you're describing. Describe everything. If it has a little thread pulled on there, put it on there. If it's faded it under the arms or something, you need to put that on there. If there's a teeny tiny spot right by the collar that you can't even see unless you're real close on the person, you need to put it on there, because what you'll find is that when people buy stuff, even though they do know, and you did note that it was used, they will examine it like it was fresh off the rack and will send it back, because you have this big of a spot on there and you didn't tell them, or it came and it was more wrinkled than they expected it to be, and they weren't able to get the wrinkles out and all of that. So be very extremely descriptive in the way that you describe your materials. You also have boutique items. Now, items qualify as boutique. First of all, they have to be new, and they have to not be a label. Like, they can't come from, like, you can't buy something from, let's say, The Gap, and then put it on there as a boutique item. No. Most of the time, people who have boutique items are people who have purchased from wholesale vendors. Like, I go to wholesale vendors when I'm in Chicago. So those items I can put my own label on, or I can call them boutique items. And boutique items also, I believe, have to have tags on them. If I'm not mistaken, boutique items have to have tags on them too. So that's another thing to keep in mind with boutique items, is that if it's not tagged, you can't classify it as boutique. You can classify it as new, but not as a boutique item. Another thing about boutique items is that you can price them at your choosing. You can price anything at your choosing, but people are more likely to pay full price for boutique items priced a little high than they are for items out of your closet priced a little high. And it's weird, but you know, that's just how the platform works. So keep in mind, like I just said, you know, make sure when you're uploading to upload and be very descriptive. Have a title for your pictures, for what you're selling, that basically is a brief summary of what your description is going to be, and use that entire description box to note every single detail about that material. Oh, and you don't have to stick to one category. You can upload socks, drawers, jewelry, whatever you want to, and you feel like it's worth selling, you can upload it up there. Don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone and sell other things. Like, it's people on there selling couches and pots. So, you know, sell what you feel like you can make a buck off of and you're trying to get rid of. My second tip is sharing. Share, share, share. Now, when I first started my Poshmark, I used to be like, I'm not about to share a bunch of people's stuff when I got a page full of stuff that I'm trying to get people to buy on my own. Why would I share share a dress and I sell dresses? Why would I sell a purse and I sell purses? Well, here's the thing. Sharing is how you get your product out to an audience that you may not have touched yet. Sharing other people's stuff makes them in turn share your things, and the more of each other things you share, like I found some cases where I would end up sharing a whole person's page because they would just go through and share everything on my page, and which is perfect because that networks me to a whole nother group of people that I wasn't networking with before. Now, here is the catch. Pay attention to what you're sharing. If you sell size 11 heels, why would you share size 11 heels? No, you share size 8 heels. If you share purses for $20, why would you share other bags that cost that same amount? No, you share designer luxury bags that are like $3,000. If you sell clothes, you don't always have to share clothes. Most of the shares that I did that helped me along with becoming a Posh ambassador were from electronics, were from home decor, were from petite clothing and underwear, things that I was not selling at first. Share things that you don't sell. That's how you network in the environment without feeling like you are canceling your own sale out, you know, or canceling your own page out. Sell different categories. Not sell other categories. Share other categories. But you have to share. Sharing is the only way that you're going to network properly to get the type of sales that you want to see. I probably see at minimum 2 sales a week when I do, when I'm consistent with my Poshmark. And that's me. I share my Poshmark things at least 3 times a day, probably morning, noon, and night. I share when I'm getting ready for work. I share when I'm on my way home from work, and I share before I go to bed. Those are the 3 times a day that I share, or I share each time that I'm pumping, you know, because I am a breastfeeding mother, and so when I pump, I'm not doing anything else. So instead of hopping on Instagram or, you know, Facebook, I'll go to my Poshmark and share pictures and stuff, and share pictures of my merchandise and stuff. And speaking of pictures, that's one thing I wanted to say about the uploads when we were on that subject. Take good quality pictures. People want details. Take pictures of the details. If it's a collar that's up like this, take pictures with the collar that being up like that. If it has buttons on the sleeve, take pictures of those buttons. If it has ruching, get up close so that the pictures can be of the ruching. Take pictures of the entire piece together and take pictures of different sections that are important to the piece. Try not to use a flash in a place that's going to give kickback of the flash. Don't do that. because people want to see good quality pictures, or they're going to think you're trying to scam them to buy something that they either really don't need or is not in good condition. So make sure that when you're uploading, that you're using good quality pictures. Think about the type of pictures that you upload on your social media. You don't upload crazy looking pictures there. So these are things that you're selling. So why sell yourself short and not upload properly to make sure that you are giving the best, accurate description that's available. The pictures speak 1,000 words. When it comes to Poshmark, your pictures can be the difference between a sale and somebody skipping right over your whole platform as a whole. So definitely take good pictures. And share. You have to share. Becoming a Posh ambassador was difficult for me because I couldn't get out of my mind sharing other people's things when I'm trying to sell things. But once I developed a niche and a way around sharing the same things that I was selling, I had no problem with sharing because they make it real easy. 2 clicks and you're sharing it, whether you're sharing it to your Facebook. That's another thing. You don't have to share it to your Posh platform. You can share it on your Facebook. You can share it on your Twitter, which brings me to my next subject. Connect all of your platforms to your Poshmark. If you have an Instagram, if you have a Facebook, a Twitter, connect them all, because when you upload new items, it'll automatically show them to your friends on your social media platforms too. So make sure that you connect all of your social media groups together. And you might feel like, okay, I don't want to share her item or his item on my Poshmark page, but I share it with my Twitter family. That might be something they're interested in. Or I share it with my Facebook family. That might be something they're interested in. Or my Instagram family. You don't always have to share on the platform. Now, most of the time I do share to the platform, but every now and then I will share some people's things on my Twitter. Those are usually the 2 platforms that I share on the Posh and the Twitter. Now, when I upload my items and stuff, it automatically asks me, do I want to share them to my other platforms? And I always say, yeah, most of the time. Now, every now and then, there are some things that I don't feel like are worth sharing on my social media. So you have that option to switch that off. That way, when you hit share, it only shares to places that you okayed it to share to. So you make good use out of your social media platforms when it comes to your Poshmark. Definitely make sure that you do that. Watch your Posh stats. So Posh stats are available in the drop down where you can see like your sale. You can click to see your sales and everything. You can also click to see your Posh stats. Your Posh stats are based on your reviews, your sales, and the amount of material that you have uploaded on your Poshmark. So to become a Posh ambassador, I had to get 200 likes, I believe, or like 200 people's posts. I had to share 5,000 different posts on the platform. I had to maintain a star quality of at least 4 stars, and I have 5, but I had to be an ambassador at least have a minimum of 4 stars. You want to pay attention to those because your average reviews, your average ship days. You have to be a Posh ambassador, you have to ship within 3 days on every purchase. I ship next day at the latest, and I really have to be busy. If so, I'll ship within 2 days, but I never go the whole 3 days. I always ship. 9 times out of 10, I'm shipping the next day. There's been cases while I was pregnant, I was able to ship things same day. And now that I'm back working, sometimes it does take me 2 days to ship things. But find the USPS closest to your job and take full advantage of your lunch to go there and package your item and ship it out, or already package it at home and and print your label off if you have a home office like I do, and that way you can just drop it off, get the receipt, and go. So definitely keep track of your stats, because your stats are really what's going to make or break you. People with higher stats tend to show up more frequently on the timeline than people with lower stats. Poshmark is going to push your profile ahead because you have good quality material. You're constantly showing that you are serious about, your stats and everything. So they're going to show your material, on the forefront. So make sure that, you pay attention, close attention to your stats. And your stats are going to be what determines whether or not you become an ambassador or not. Because you can't be an ambassador without having good stats. And I know you guys hear me constantly saying ambassador, ambassador, ambassador. Now, with Poshmark, your ultimate goal, if you're really serious about your Posh store and it's not just something you're using to, get rid of to make a quick buck, your Posh stats are going to be what allows you to become an ambassador. And becoming an ambassador opens up a whole lot of different opportunities for you on Poshmark. People will just befriend you and share your things because you're an ambassador, and they want, for you as an ambassador, they want to get to know your network because they know what type of work you had to put in to become an ambassador. So they're going to follow you and share your material, all the time. Like, I get at least 50 new people following my Poshmark every day just off the strength that I'm an ambassador. Another thing is that you get access to the wholesale market on Poshmark. Poshmark has a wholesale market where they let wholesale vendors sell different products. Well, you don't get access to that if you're not an affiliate or an ambassador. You become an affiliate before you become an ambassador, and becoming an affiliate is, again, based on your stats and the number of sales that you produce. So that goes back to making sure your stats are always in order. Becoming an ambassador also offers you opportunities to make credits. And credit is like Posh money. So you can have credit, and say you see some lip gloss or some makeup that you want on Poshmark. You can use that credit as dollars. Each credit is worth one Posh dollar. So when you check out, that's $5 off of however much that makeup costs. And they offer you different opportunities to make credits. Like, you can talk about each month they have a list of Posh opportunities for the ambassadors to make credits, and some are worth more than others. Like, some are worth $5 if you do a post about why you chose Poshmark. Some are worth more if you do a video. Some are worth even more if you do a video about a specific subject. Like, sometimes Poshmark will say, show us your home decor that you're selling, and earn 15 Posh points, because home decor is not as popping as clothing and purses. They're trying to push home decor out to the forefront. So you get a lot of points for doing that. So those are some of the perks of being a Posh ambassador, and the networking with other Posh ambassadors is phenomenal. Like, people have hundreds of thousands of followers. I think I have like 10,000 on my Posh page right now, and I follow about 5,000. But that was like the last time I looked at it. But people network all the time as as Posh ambassadors. So that's what you want to look forward to and what you want to work towards. And that's what's going to help your Posh store grow and for you to see sales and generate revenue on a regular basis. Sell good quality merch. Don't get on Poshmark selling trash, because they're gonna offer you trash prices for it, and then you're gonna be upset because you're having to ship out trash for $2, and it's a waste of time. So or it'll be up there forever and nobody will ever buy it, and it was a waste of you taking pictures of it and describing it and all that. So don't sell people trash. Nobody wants to buy trash. Throw it away, or if it's in good enough condition to donate it. But it's a difference between donation worthy and resale worthy. So keep that in mind. All right, this is one of the big ones: aesthetics. Aesthetics. The way that you package tells so much about your Poshmark and the quality of your work and how much concern you have for your Poshmark. I'm going to insert some different reviews that I've gotten from Poshmark, and you'll see a lot of commonality in the reviews. They talk about one specific thing a lot, or actually two specific things a lot. And so I want you to see if you can pull that out, and in the comments tell me what they are. So if you were paying attention, then you know the two things that people like most about shopping with me is the way I package my merchandise and how fast I ship it out. I ship out next day. We already discussed that. But packaging is crucial, because every sale, even if you only made $5 off of it, when your customer gets your sale, you want them to come back for whatever they like, about your store. So you want to make them come back, make them feel special. You like to feel special and important when you're spending your money, right? So do they. So keep that in mind. When I package material, I go all out. I start with putting wrapping paper into the box, and then each individual, especially if you order more than one piece, it's in its own individual packaging, clear plastic packaging. Then I make sure that those are neatly placed in. But even before I do that, if you are selling gently used material, wash the material. And if you're selling new material, put the dryer on low heat, and take some smell good dryer sheets and put them into the dryer, so that it doesn't give the scent of like that it's been sitting around waiting to be sold this whole time. So make sure that that's what you do with the materials that you're selling. So once I wash and dry it, I fold it neatly. Then I stick 2 other dryer sheets into the packaging, so that when the customer opens it, it's like a whiff of fresh air, or a whiff of something that smells really good coming across their palate, because I put those dryer sheets in there. Also, another thing that I do is once I finish that part, I have a personalized letter. It's the same letter. Everybody gets the same letter. But what's personalized about it is that it specifically has your order number and information at the top of the page, and the piece of material that you bought, or the item that you bought, specifically thanking you for it, and also telling you to check out Coco's Couture Closet on YouTube, because I've learned to use my Poshmark and my Posh sales as a way to generate new customers to my YouTube. And I've had people who come over from Posh and tell me that they came over from Posh because they were came over from Posh to my YouTube because they were very impressed with my Poshmark. So if you have a YouTube, use your Poshmark to promote your YouTube. Put a little letter. Now the letter is so easy to make. You have a generalized template for each one. You copy and paste from when they send you the slip to the not the tracking, when they send you the shipping label, just copy and paste from the body of that email the shipping information. It has the date, the customer's name, and their tracking number or their order number. Put it at the top of the screen. Then in the body, I thank you. I'm going to insert it here so you guys can see that. I thank them for their purchase and tell them about Coco's Couture Closet and ask them, to please review my package when you receive it. Let me know what you think of it. Promote your reviews, because high reviews are another thing that's going to get you closer to becoming a Posh ambassador. So one thing I noticed is that people would get their things and just mark it as received and not review it. So it wasn't helping my stats. So I added a little note into my notes. And I added a little section into my thank you note asking them to please review the item. Now, if you're selling good quality material, you're going to get a good quality review. But if you're selling trash, then you are going to get a trash review. So definitely, I definitely put a thank you letter in every one. You could have only made me $4 and you still get a thank you letter. So then on top of the thank you letter, I put these little, I think they're like a kind of satiny material, rose petals on top of that, and some candy. And I throw some pieces of candy around the box. So that, can you imagine receiving that and opening that? You're going to be like, oh, this just made my day, especially if you're somebody that might be having a bad day. You get your POSHMARK package, it's something personalized to you, got some pieces of candy in there. Everybody loves a good sugar rush, and you get that, and it just makes your day. Now, what most people are thinking at this point is like, if you invest all that money in packaging, you're not making any real money. That's where you're mistaken. And now I'm going to tell you why. Make Dollar Tree your best friend. Make Dollar Tree your best friend. Everything that I get for my Poshmark packaging comes from Dollar Tree. Those little rose petals, $1 a pack, and you get about 100 in the pack. Not the wrapping paper, the gift paper that you would normally stuff into bags as gifts, the gift paper, $1, and you get about 20 of those sheets to use. What else? The candy, right from Dollar Tree, the candy section at Dollar Tree. When you get candy, make sure it's hard candy. Don't get candy that can melt, because then that's gonna mess up everything. So get like hard candy that's not gonna melt, that's packaged individually. I always go for small candy or small gums, things that aren't gonna melt if they have to sit somewhere, because we don't know where the packages go before it gets to your front door. So it might be in a really warm climate and you don't want to have chocolate in the box when that happens. Yes, everything. My boxes. Keep your Amazon boxes. Break your Amazon boxes down and save them now. Or you could go and get several boxes from your USPS. Those boxes are free, and the priority, the white boxes, they're free. And those are the boxes that we need in order to ship the item. Our labeling is priority. So those are the boxes that go with it. Now, I also keep my Amazon boxes because sometimes I don't have time to go into USPS to either pick up boxes or to go into USPS and just package everything there. Sometimes I don't have time to do that, and I like to package it at home while my daughter is sleeping, and that way I can get it out on my way out to work, grab it, and when I get off work or on my lunch break, I go and drop it off really quick, and I don't have to sit there and package it all up, because that's a waste of time and a waste of my break, or keeping me from hurrying up to get home to Mimi. So it just depends on what works best for you. If you're a big time Amazon shopper, save your Amazon boxes so you already have boxes at the house. So if you want to ship from the house, you can. If you're somebody who USPS will do a pickup. If you put material at the front door, use a USPS and it's labeled, your USPS carrier will. Thought I heard my daughter. Your USPS carrier will pick it up on their way out. So use that to your advantage if you don't have a post office near you. But keep boxes on hand. Another thing is, because I don't buy boxes at all. I don't buy boxes for Poshmark at all. Another thing is to reuse things that are shipped to you. If you're someone who shops a lot like I do, then you are familiar with these little things. Your clothes come in here. Especially if you like order stuff from wholesale vendors and stuff. It comes in these little plastic things. You reuse these. Peel the tags off of them. Peel the tags off. In some cases, you don't even have to peel the tag off of it. Scratch through the tag so that the customer knows that this is not tagging for their item. And I use these. When I say each one has its own individual plastic, I reuse these. I don't buy these. I reuse them from clothes. Amazon, if you buy clothes off Amazon, most of the vendors utilize these. So save these, definitely. Now, the last tip I'm going to give y'all is a little the ghetto. But hey, you got to do what you got to do because it's about making the money and not over investing and not seeing a product, seeing the fruit of your labor for your sales. So what I do is I don't know if I want to show y'all this, y'all. Well, whatever.
Don't judge me, judge your mama.
If you work for a company that gives you and your coworkers free range to the materials closet, and by materials I mean where they keep the staples, where they keep the tape, where they keep the pens, where they keep, and you just have an abundance of it at your desk, take some of it home. Take some of it home. Take some of that tape that's sitting at your desk that's just extra tape because it was available. Take some of it home. Take some of it home. What else? When I worked for a company that had its own warehouse. So I would go out there in the warehouse at times and package some of my items. Because they have those super deluxe tape dispensers. And I would go out there and package up, but I would also get some bubble wrap from them. Because before I was using these plastic things, I had access to bubble wrap. So I was using bubble wrap a lot. So, because it was out there and available to me. Now, my warehouse told me that I had free range for my packaging to, utilize those things within the warehouse. But sometimes I didn't have time to ship in the warehouse. So I would take a little bit of it with me and I would take it home and have it at home. And now I have my own little plethora of materials that I use for shipping. So, but if your job catch you stealing, catch you and say you stealing, that ain't got nothing to do with me. You got to know your environment. You have to know your environment. So that's another tip if it works for you. The next tip I want to give you guys, keep all of your packing things in one generalized location. Don't be trying to pack up stuff and you looking here for your tape, here for your scissors, you looking over here for your labels, you looking over here for this and that. No, I keep everything for my Poshmark in this bag. Everything. So that, say for example, I don't have time to pack at home and I need to go to USPS before they close, and be through the doors, because once you're inside of USPS, they can't kick you out until you're done in there. So I need to get through the door so that I'm just in there and then I can box up and stuff once I get in there. I just grab this bag and take it along with me, and it has everything that I need to properly ship an item. So keep everything that you use for packaging, keep it in one generalized location. Keep it in one general location so you have easy access to it. It's as quick as grab and go. One central location. Upload as much material as you have time to upload. Keep uploading materials, but here's the thing. Wait for Poshmark to announce a new giveaway or a new incentive to upload when you upload new things. Because Poshmark is always doing those, okay, for the day only, if you upload new material, you automatically get entered into this drawing and you get $4.99 shipping. Well, shipping went up from $6.49 to $7.11 in 2020. So everybody wants that discounted shipping. So on those days, try to make some available time to upload a new to upload a new item to your Poshmark. Take full advantage of those, because sometimes, in some cases, you are at the top of the search and somebody might buy that as soon as you post it. I've had a couple of things that as soon as I posted it up, somebody bought it because they just so happened to be looking for what I was selling, and the shipping was $4.99 for it because it was new. Drop prices when the incentives come to drop prices and save on shipping. If you have some items that have been sitting on your Poshmark for quite a while, take advantage of those drop price items. You can drop it at 10% and you just got your, whoever buys that, discounted shipping, $4.99 shipping. So definitely take advantage of the drop price. And now that we're on pricing, going to be my next thing to talk about. With pricing, start high and go low. Start at the price that you know, what's the most you would pay for that item. Not knowing that you got it at a discount, or that it's, gently, knowing that it's gently used if it is, but not, say you didn't know you only paid $3 for that item. What would be the most you would pay for it? Start there. Start there, but know in the back of your mind the absolute least amount that you're willing to take for that item. Because people who buy on Poshmark will try to lowball you all the time, left and right. So don't get frustrated about it. It happens to everyone. It definitely happens to me. So keep in mind the absolute lowest that you're willing to take. And if somebody offers you the absolute lowest, try to bargain back with something like $2 higher or $5 higher. If they decline it, then you can put a note to them under the item and at them and say, okay, I'll accept your price, the price you want to pay. Please resubmit your price, and I'll okay it so that the sale can be made. So know your absolute least and price according to what you would be willing to spend on that item. In some cases, it may seem a little high, but you got to have some bargaining room. If you start off low, then people are going to go lower than your absolute low, and you have no bargaining room there. So definitely start high and go low. That's my tip for pricing. Start high and go low. Posh parties. Go to the Posh parties when you can. Usually they have them at a time where you're home, or you're on your lunch break or something like that. So instead of going to Instagram, go to the Posh party and take part in the Posh party. It's an excellent way to network, an excellent way to get your materials out there and to get your materials seen. They used to do Posh items at a party, and I've had several items be Posh items at a party, top Posh items at a party, and they end up selling because of that party. I don't think they do it anymore, but maybe that's something that they took away. They should bring it back. But definitely join the Posh parties. Each Posh party has its own genre, so usually I will each Posh party has its own category. So usually I take part in the baby clothes one, the women's dress one, the plus size one, the boutique one, and it's one more, the all shoe one, and then the purse one. So make sure you take part in the parties. The parties are going to be another excellent way to network, and you can share people's items into the party. If you don't want to share their items on your main page, you can share them into the party. You can share other people's materials that way. So keep that in mind also. Share, share, share. Everything goes back to sharing. But Posh parties are a great networking opportunity, so take full advantage of them. Full advantage. Okay. My last tip, use the invite link. Use my invite link. Use your invite link if you're already a Posher. When you share items, go right behind that and add your link to it so that people can click the link, because you get credits for people who join through your link. So use your Posh link. Leave it everywhere. And when you have cards, business cards, put your Posh information on your business card. That's another business, another way. Business is something that generates revenue. Your Posh is generating revenue. So it should have a card. Because I have two separate cards. I have a corporate card, but I also have a small business woman card. My small business card has my YouTube channel. It has my business cell phone number on there, my business email, my POSHMARK, my Twitter, all my social media tags. Whereas my corporate one has my LinkedIn on it. It has my main number on it. It has my profession and my degrees on the corporate business card. So have business cards. And even when you have business cards, still use a personalized letter. Don't let that business card replace your personalized letter, because the personalized letter just makes a person feel a little warm and fuzzy inside, feel special. They don't know that that's a generalized letter that you give to everyone, so just, keep those things in mind. But honestly, those are really all of my tips, that have made me a successful Posher and not giving up. Oh, there was one more thing that I wanted to tell you guys. Do not argue about returns. It's a waste of time. POSHMARK customer service is set up for customer satisfaction. You are not a customer. You are a vendor. This is to my sellers. You are a vendor. So if a customer comes back and say, I want to return this because it's too small. Well, you gave them the sizes. You gave them how to measure themselves to make sure they can fit it. You even put in the description that it runs small. But that person still took the chance because they knew POSHMARK was going to support that return. They still took the chance and purchased it anyway. But POSHMARK does not care about all the details you did and everything, because they want that person to keep buying stuff. You're a seller. You're going to keep selling stuff. So don't get discouraged by that. When somebody returns, because I've been a Posher since 2014. I've had 3 returns between 2014 and 2020. So, no, was it 2014? No, 2017. I want to say 2017. I don't know what made me say 2014. I think it was 2017. Yeah, since April of 2017. So that's how long I have been a Posher. So between that, so in 3 years, I've had 3 returns. Most of them came once I became an ambassador, because when you're an ambassador, the level of scrutiny you get goes from here to here real quick. So I tried to argue the first one and realized what POSHMARK was on. So now when the person tries to return their things, as long as they're not rude and disrespectful, because that person was rude and disrespectful about the return, I will just reply, please return, and please make sure that everything in all caps is in the box that came with it. So I want my thank you letter back, I want my wrapper paper back, and I want my candy and my rose petals back, because that stuff is not cheap. And if you ship my stuff back without that stuff in there, I'm going to report it to POSHMARK just like you did. Yeah, being petty, whatever. I don't care if I only paid $4 for it. That's something that can go into somebody else who is appreciative of the effort that I'm putting in to get this done. That's it, you guys. I hope that this video gave you all some knowledge and some background about starting your Poshmark, becoming a Posh ambassador, and just, enjoying the platform as a whole and being able to navigate properly through the platform. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, you guys. Share this video. Hit that bell below. Follow your girl, Dr. Coco _curves on Instagram, and Coco's Closet 88 on Poshmark. I love you guys, and like I always say, bring your mama, bring your sister, bring your auntie, bring your cousin, bring your gay uncle, baby, because we got room. And there is always room for curves and blonde hair in Coco's Couture Closet. I'll catch you guys later. Bye. Bye.